smile, grinding rails, rated sounds. Throw your plans out the door. Hit me hard and feel the floor. I got guns to make the rain. The end is near, so die, die, die. I don't want your company. I still live like no purple free. I don't want your company. My passion is so let it Please will come soon enough. Shit will fly in the dome. First world problems, no such thing. I can't find my fucking phone. Fight or die for human beings. I got guns to make the rain. The end is here. Die, die, die. I don't want your company. I'm still dead like no couple free. I don't want your company. My passion is so negative.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Two-Man Live show here on YouTube. You can always find me on Twitter at ArmWeek21, or you can follow the show's Twitter at the Two-Man Show Podcast. How are all of you guys doing today? I hope you're all having a great Friday. Today's Friday afternoon or evening or morning, depending on wherever the fuck you're watching this. But today, we're going to go over a little bit about Extreme Rules, and we're going to break this show down match by match, give you my predictions, and we're going to go from there. As always, give me your responses at ArmWeek21 on Twitter, what you think is going to happen. As always, if you head on Twitter and say, I want to call into the show, you have full permission. I will drop you the number to call into the show today. So, let's get started. With the first match on the card, pinning Sasha Banks and Rich Swann taking on Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. Now, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you probably thought, yeah, we probably didn't want to see Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the rest of our lives, and now Charlotte's on SmackDown. We can start seeing some fresh matches with, Sasha and Bayley. We can start seeing matches with Sasha and Nia, really spearheading for this women's title. But instead, the feeling that Sasha Banks really pissed someone off backstage to be put in this kind of match, teaming up with Rich Swann to take on the team of Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. And I think this match is kind of a no-brainer on who's going to win. I don't care who wins. I think this match is kind of stupid. It's kind of pointless. It's just a match that they needed to throw in order for the pay-per-view to run, for the people, for the pay-per-view to work. I don't think this match really is necessary, though I think it's obvious who the winner is going to be. We're going to see Sasha Banks and Rich Swann walk out of here winners I don't think Noam or Alicia need this win. I don't think Alicia really needs any win. I don't think Noam right now deserves a win with the amount of nothing that he has going on for him. But hey, that's just my opinion. Next up, we're going to go Neville taking on Austin Aries, and this is a submission match for the Cruiserweight title. It's really weird that this war between these two guys is not quite over yet. These two guys have been feuding before WrestleMania 33, and it's really only gotten a bit better since then. Their storyline ended up beginning to bring in some other people like TJP or TJ Perkins and Jack Gallagher, but really these are the two guys that are, fighting each other on 205 Live, but instead they're being worked into this weird storyline where I think Gallagher should have the title personally, but I found that to be weird, and it's weird that it's a submission match for a cruiserweight title, a high flying title, a title that you don't expect to be put on a cruiserweight, or excuse me, a match you don't expect to be pinned to a cruiserweight. It's interesting to see them make it a submission match. Austin has the Last Chancery and Neville has the... Is it still called the Rings of Saturn? I like it if it's called the Rings of Saturn. I want it to be called that. I fucking love the name Rings of Saturn. It's a badass fucking... I should just call it the fucking tear your goddamn pecs off move. That'd be a fucking cooler name for the goddamn move, in my opinion. But I digress. I think this is going to be a match that I think, since this war has been going on so much lately, and it's been in the main front of the Cruiserweight division on Raw and on 205 Live, I think at this point, as much as I don't want it to happen, they're going to have to give this title to Austin Aries. It would only make sense, last time these two fought, he had the Last Chancery locked in, and Neville very sneakily gets himself disqualified. So though Aries picks up the win, he doesn't get the title. We could see that happen again, but I doubt it. I doubt that this match is going to be, a match of the night contender. I think we do have some other couple match of the night contenders that we'll go on about to talk about in a little bit. But for this match, I'm just going to take Austin Aries just strictly based on storyline. He's come this close these last couple times, and I think this time he's going to take it. Though I'd wish Neville would just carry it till next WrestleMania. Keep carrying it. Carry it forever, please, Neville. I love Neville with this title. Next up on this card, we've got the Hardy Boys taking on Cesaro and Sheamus in a steel cage match for the Raw Tag Team titles. And I think it is way too soon to put the Hardy Boys in a steel cage tag team match, because what that screams to me is that we're not getting a broken Matt Hardy, which sure can be unfortunate, but can also be pretty good as long as they keep this Hardy Boy thing going. Though I do think Sheamus and Cesaro are going to run away with this match. I think there's going to be some very sneak going on here. I think you're going to get a pretty close to dusty finish, and they're going to end up giving it to Sheamus and Cesaro. I think if they don't win, then their heel turn was fucking pointless. I think their heel turn would have just been stupid. It would have been unnecessary to have. While at the same time, I think if the Hardy Boys win, they're not really doing anything with this title right now. They're not doing anything too exciting. I think we need a broken Matt Hardy, or we need no broken Matt Hardy. We need to know for sure if one of these, if we're going to get broken or if we're going to get not broken Hardy, because once we know, that's when we can start watching these matches without expectations. I feel like a lot of these Hardy Boy matches we're watching now are, is this going to be the day he gets broken? I get that can also be, an amazing PR stunt saying, you never know when this guy, he can become broken at any moment. But I think once we get a definitive answer of we don't want the broken gimmick or we do want the broken gimmick, we can start watching these Hardy Boy matches a lot more attentively, I'd say. I know we're watching attentively now to see if he's broken, but we're only watching for the purpose of him being broken and then being let down if he's not broken. So I think if we watch this match with the understanding that, at some point he will be, or at some point he just flat out won't be, we can start watching these matches a lot more enjoyably. So I'm going to think Sheamus and Cesaro get this win, and I know I say this every Raw pay-per-view since they've been back. But We're going to get broken Matt Hardy. I promise. We are going to get a broken Matt Hardy. And here is the older brother.
You live?
I'm live. Would you like to say something?
Big hogs matter.
Wow, I don't know what that means or why that means, but after going down that match, the next match on the card for this Sunday is Alexa Bliss taking on Bayley with a kendo stick on a pole match for the Raw Women's title.
That sounds eerily similar to a stripper match.
It not really. Not really.
A pole, if there's women fighting and there's a pole involved, WWE know what they're doing.
I don't like the idea of this match. I think Bayley should not be anywhere near this title right now. I don't think she deserves to be here. Even with Alexa Bliss's "This Is My Life" thing that WWE seemed to have erased from everyone's fucking minds, I don't think that this match is entirely necessary. Bayley's really, really taking a backseat when it comes to Alexa Bliss. She's really hot right now. A lot of people like seeing a heelish champion. They get tired of seeing a babyface champion. That's why champions like Charlotte always get so over, because they'd rather see champion. And I get when Bayley won that title, it felt earned. But now, when she lost it, I don't feel like she deserves it back just yet. And I think a kendo stick on a pole match is a really, really dumb stipulation. You could just have an Extreme Rules match, or like Becky and Charlotte did for a table match. Just a kendo stick on a pole match. I'm tired of these on a pole matches. They're stupid. The last one I watched was a contract on a pole between Dean Ambrose and John Cena for a Hell in a Cell match, I think it was, and it was just it was stupid. I didn't enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and take Alexa Bliss for this match, and Bayley's gonna have to start falling back on this card a little bit. But we did mention Dean Ambrose, so talking a little bit more about Dean Ambrose in this. Dean Ambrose taking on The Miz in a stipulation match for the WWE Intercontinental title. Now the stipulation is disqualifications. And I know what you're thinking, what that means, probably. I'll go to it in a minute. And made a great Intercontinental champion before, and some fans are probably really upset that he's not main event. He's not in the main event for the Universal title. But, Miz really needs this Intercontinental title back. So what's weird about the stipulation, as Austin walks back into the room, if Ambrose loses by disqualification, the title will change hands. And I think that's just one of the obvious fucking ways to say Elias Sampson is going to have to do something with this match. It was extremely fucking predictable. I don't like the idea of Elias Sampson having anything to do in an Intercontinental title match. I think for a title that's supposed to, get you ready for the world title, it's supposed to, be the wrestler's title, guys like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, things like that. It seems a little bullshit that obviously you're just going to get Sampson to come into the ring. He's going to punch The Miz in the face, and The Miz will get the title in a really cheap way. And I get that Dean's not really doing anything with this title. He tried to involve himself in the world title picture a couple weeks ago on Raw. Like, what is this Intercontinental title? It means nothing more than the United States title does on SmackDown right now. To predict this match easily, The Miz is obviously going to take this match. So, on to the main event, the Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way for the Universal title #1 contenders match, pitting Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe. All together in one ring. The winner will go on to face Brock Lesnar for the Universal titles at Austin. Do you know the name of the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view?
Something Balls of Fury.
Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, goodness greatness, great Balls of Fire.
Probably, I'm
neck in the fucking trailer's going crazy for that.
I'm excited to give that prediction video, but as of right now, we're still on Extreme Rules, which is this Sunday. So the main event of this match pits those 5 guys together, and I think this is a match where the winner really has to be able to lose, if that makes sense. Because obviously, if you think about it, the only logistical guys that can beat Brock Lesnar is Roman Reigns. I can't see Seth beating him. I don't see Finn at all. Bray's a close maybe, and Samoa Joe I think is way too early right now to go up against Brock Lesnar. Reasons why I think each of these guys will win, might not win. I don't know. I really don't fucking care about this match. I think The Miz should be in it. So we're gonna start off with Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins was the jewel of what? No. He asked me if he could wear a Raleigh Fingers jersey by making a fingering motion. That made no fucking sense at all. But so Seth Rollins, I think he was that crown jewel of WWE when he was champion at the time. It was exciting to watch. He held that title and he made that title so important. And now I think we don't need to see him as champion again. I think it's time to see another champion. We've also got Roman Reigns in there, who it would be logistical if Roman was to beat Brock Lesnar at a pay-per-view. I doubt that anyone's going to beat Brock at this pay-per-view, and that's why I don't want it to be Finn or Bray or Samoa, because these guys, first of all, it would kill Finn and Samoa's momentum right now for them to lose. So take them out. Take out Rollins. So now you've got Roman and Bray, the two possible guys to win. And I think these are two guys, Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, are two of the best guys that are able to lose and still look good. Bray Wyatt being fantastic on the microphone, can really carry a feud with Brock Lesnar. And even if he loses like he did at Mania with Taker, he can still bounce back from that really well. Roman Reigns has done it before. If you guys remember the WrestleMania 30, was it 31? It was either 31 or 32 here in Levi Stadium, where it was Roman taking on Brock, and Seth Rollins came in with the Money in the Bank and won that match. That was the first time that happened. But I think the logistical answer and the winner I'm taking for this match to go on to face Brock Lesnar is Roman Reigns. I'm going to give you guys that as my prediction. So give me your predictions for not payback. Give me your predictions for Extreme Rules 2017. Austin, do you have any last words before I stop going live on this predictions video?
I do. Go A's.
That has nothing to do with pro wrestling. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to follow me on Twitter.
Best wrestler of all time.
One more time?
John Cena's the best wrestler of all time.
Absolutely correct. You can follow me on Twitter at ArmWeek21, or you can follow the show on Twitter at The Two Man Show
Maybe hit up a sexy ass
podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys after Sunday, or maybe as soon as Sunday is over, as soon as the pay-per-view is over, and we'll do a on-the-spot reaction. I will talk to you guys soon.